Hi guys, welcome back. This is weird. I don't like doing recordings. Um we're not streaming this session. This is kind of like a session 0. I don't know what the title of this is. It's not session 35. It's like probably session 0 Breanna and Piquette or something like that. We're going to be taking a moment to step back in time, making both of their memories of the first time they're meeting their respective Sevs, whether that be Evil Sev in Piquette's case or Normal Sev in Brianna's case. And we'll be taking a step back, looking into those. Cello, you're gonna help me, I believe, with regular Sev for a bit. We're gonna start with Erica's.
Hold on, I heard a crash. Let me go check that real quick.
Oh god.
Okay, we will BRB. Good.
Terrifying.
I want to put on music. Okay, are we good to go? Brianna.
Yes.
Oh shit, we should probably still do introductions, even though it's not a stream. I'm not gonna make you do fun facts. But anyways, hi, I'm Amagali. I am the DM for this, and this is the Fated Few. I'm so fucking excited to be back, guys! Anyways, that's who I am.
Nice. I'm Future Cello. I play in this story Ethiel Sev, and I think as well Piquette Umbrie. And yeah, I'm not good at the game. I can't think of what I'm gonna do in the moment, and then I just malfunction.
My name's Erica, or Upcast Healer. I play Breanna, Leafstorm, Wood Elf Ranger, and I am not good at the role-playing aspect of this game.
And guess what this entire session 0 is, guys?
Yay.
Roleplay! A lot of us struggle with it.
And I want to put more in. I love being a DM. Alrighty, so like I said, we're gonna start with the little snippet of Brianna and your Sev. For those of you who don't know this, who are just kind of stepping in, like seeing, oh, session 0, we're really on like session 35. But the timeline is split. They're in an alternate universe. She's from this universe. Brianna's from this universe. Ket's from this universe. They both have an Ithiel Sev. They're different. One is evil, one is normal. That's the gist of it. Am I wrong? No, I am right. So yes, we're going to be starting with Brianna and what we deem normal Sev, and how they first met. So, Brianna is basically this memory that we are creating that has already happened, but we're creating. Brianna is in an underground meeting room surrounded by many people, though you are sitting on in a separate group from the majority. You're on some sort of like dais or podium or stage with about 6 other individuals, and you notice that this is a rebel or revolution meeting. What would you total 7, what would you guys be like? Why are you separate from the group?
I would say we're probably separate because we're like planning out our next mission. We're the group for that mission, so we kind of took a step aside to discuss whatever we're wanting to do.
So I personally put down a few possible points, but what would the mission be? Like, would it be trying to plant a man on the inside? Would it be placing flyers similar to the Ithiels with different messages? Maybe a community outreach program, maybe recruiters at mandatory meetings, like, or maybe even trying to smuggle out captured rebels. What would this mission be?
I feel like this mission would entail getting someone on the inside if we don't already.
Okay, so while you 7 are all discussing this next mission, trying to plant someone on the inside, each all the other people in this area, the rebels, they're all listening to your guys' plan and are trying to insert ideas of like how you could do it. Whether it's like, what if you try and turn someone who's on the royal guard into one of our believers or our followers? Like, they're giving ideas. And you notice while people are like, some are shouting, some are kind of just like, hey, you should really do this, like whispering and kind of like talking with their neighbors. You notice that there's a hooded figure has joined this meeting just randomly late. You don't know who it is. You can tell by their walk they are not sober. There's a little bit of a sway to it. Maybe like
And
they
there's a
had a
little
good
stink
day.
in the room.
Yeah, like this person is not sober, but you notice that they're hooded, they're in the back, they have that like, woo! Like, they're heaving, kind of out of breath. Like, what would you
I
do
made
with
it,
this
guys.
info? You don't know who it is.
Okay. I would, of course, watch that person out the corner of my eye, see how they're acting, see if I notice anything distinguishing about their clothing, their face, if I could see it at all. I would probably, I don't know if I would be the one to walk up or have somebody walk over to them and just try to talk to them.
Okay, so Cello, what would Sev wear to escape the guards who were posted on him during his family's during this time where his family's trying to gain reign of Isander and be the controlling group? What would he be wearing to escape the guards posted on him when he had an excursion on town?
Seeing as he's probably got ale on his breath, he's definitely been to a bar sometime before then and now. So I imagine he dressed up in like trash, in like the trash heap behind the bar. Tried to make himself like hunch over, look like he's just hauling a bag of garbage, junk stuff to sell. I don't know. And by the time he's like, pretty much free, he drops the unnecessary weight and just kind of tries to slink away as much as a big fellow can in the shadows.
Okay, hold up. I've got to plug in my keyboard. It is dying.
Bro's got one of them rechargeable keyboards.
Not prepared.
That needs a cord
at all.
anyways.
I like my wireless keyboard. You stop shutting it.
I just have a 8-foot long cable for my keyboard. Make sure I can really yank that shit any way I need.
Yank it when it pisses you off.
Like fucking Megamind.
Now it's pink again. We're good.
Nice.
Okay, so Erica, you said that Bree would decide whether she wanted someone else to go up to this unknown person or herself. Which would you think? As you're seeing this person who looks hunched over, is definitely got a weird gait to him, you notice that people are kind of like splitting ways, like, oh, this person's definitely drunk. Like, I don't know who this is, but they're drunk. And you notice them drop this weight. Would you go, or would you still send someone to go?
I would. Bless you.
Brad to let out another
Are you
one.
okay?
I forgot water.
Are you dying?
I forgot to grab water.
I'm prepared.
Sorry, I'm also trying to type these notes so I can make a little note for myself. So as you get closer, you notice that the person you're approaching has a little bit, there's something familiar about them. You can't quite push it. You don't see their face yet, but there's just something familiar, whether it be the stature of the unhunched, or it be just the constant ale breath, or something's familiar. You can't put your finger on what it is, but there's something familiar for this. Like, how would you approach this conversation? If you're approaching someone you know, or Breanna approaching someone she feels familiar with but doesn't know who they are.
Howdy, stranger.
And especially
I'd be
in
like,
this rebel meeting, like knowing that if you're caught, the penalty could be death.
yeah. I would do. Huh. I'd probably first approach him and be like, I try to ask like opening questions to try to get a feel of who they are. Like, so what brings you down here? And you don't look too steady on your feet there, friend.
Would
I'm
yeah, I'm like, oh, you go on ahead.
I'm going to stick my hand out with a canteen full of the worst smelling alcohol you could probably get, and just try and like push it like into your hand, like offering a drink.
And I will just casually like take it. And while I'm taking it, I'm trying to see if he's got like any weapons, anything on him. Because he has his hand stretched out so that I can obviously see more of him. And I'd be
He's
like,
just like
what's your
reaching
name?
for his drink.
You
Drink,
get this back when you tell me your name.
drink. That's all he's
No
gonna say.
name, no
Is just
alcohol.
drink. He's
Would
gonna
you
keep repeating
say
drink until
no?
uh,
Sorry.
drink up. I'm
Would you say that Breanna has possibly heard Sev speak before this? Like, would you say Breanna knows the voice as who it is?
I would
Having
think if she's
heard
part of
it
the
speak.
resistance, she would. I don't know.
if I'm familiar, we've met up some time before, right? I can't remember exactly how
No,
we
this is the first meeting.
really.
Yes.
Thought for some reason we've met up once before. Okay. Um.
Like, would you
Shoot.
say Sev would speak at the government meetings of what is going on, like how they're gonna try and take this
No,
control that they might be at?
he would be more of the sidelines, that more of like a minor figurehead, where
He'd
he's
be the muscle.
kind of like a well, all the whole family is all of just the muscle. That's the kind of the problem here, is but he. Shoot, what was the question?
would he would it be known what you sound like,
Oh,
basically, is my question. Would it be
uh,
known to the people of
I mean,
Asander what Ethiel Sev sounds like? Sevathiel, which
maybe. Oh, probably not. He doesn't do a whole lot of the politic talks. That's usually for his elder siblings, his older brother, older sister, and then his parents. His younger siblings are a bit too young to get into the politics stuff just yet, and he's really starting to get into it, and he's that middle child of I've been left alone, and I'm realizing this is all fucking bullshit. This is stupid, and I kind of want to bring this shit down. Some of the problems down.
would
So,
you say that while you're offering and you can tell she's trying to see who you are, would you try to hide it more, or would it be a I'm gonna let her get a glimpse and see how she reacts? Or
I flip down my hood and say, "Popo can't drink. Drink up."
okay, how would you react, Erica?
They can't legally drink this. That's why it's the raunchiest shit.
I've just been like, I'll just keep watching him, of course, listening to him, and be like, how'd you wander in here then?
Oh,
This is yeah, good question.
oh god, how would I know this?
While you think of that, I'm gonna ask Erica, would you be just standing in the middle of this whole group, or are you trying to like pull him off to the side to maybe have a more secluded conversation? Or would it be a conversation for others to overhear, or try and pull it a little bit more secluded?
Pull him to the side so he doesn't hear anything. He shouldn't.
Smart.
Okay.
Of course, by then I would think everybody would stop talking about the shit we do, so, I would hope so. But just in case, I'd pull him aside.
How do I find my way in here? Shoot.
I already planted like that you're running from your guards, but was it a fully drunk shit I got caught on I
His
got
drunken
caught
stupor
sneaking
is like
out, or
half the time an act, like to just kind of gauge what's kind of going on. He kind of, is an act. He's usually
Mhm.
about like half drunk, like a little bit over tipsy. A little bit more than over tipsy, but but not always blackout wasted. So, he I don't want to say he wandered in, but
well, only
I'm
rebel.
kind of
Would you
stuck
say
between
that?
I'm
What
kind
are
of
your?
stuck between him being like I'm a minor informant, and I would have I would like to pull out a piece of paper that would have some sort of symbol of the rebellion. Be like, you guys are leaving a little too many trails for my liking. If I was able to find it,
So it's like you
anybody else could.
stumbled up upon it like by accident because they weren't being as careful as they
Yeah,
thought they were. And if a child of the family can find it, who else can find it? Is basically what you're getting at.
yeah, kind of, yeah.
Okay.
So with him handing that little piece that's got a symbol or something that represents what that you guys are meeting and followed the signs to where you're meeting, what are you gonna do with this?
I would try to. Would you say those if since he's drunk, he'd have like a loose tongue, like he would give away
A
more?
little, a little loot, a little truthy deuce, truthy deuce,
Yeah.
truthy loose, truth bomb, truth deuce.
I would kind of like say, "Oh, where'd you get this from? Like, who like would have given him a way to essentially like find us?"
Still not knowing
Uh,
it's Sev.
Yeah, but knowing you're a
uh,
stranger, that
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that person is asleep at this time. To give you the rest of that information, he's. I saw someone sneaking around in a place they shouldn't have. Luckily, it was me, but they're taking a nice safe nap elsewhere.
so you knock somebody out and stole their shit.
Yes, and you're lucky it was me. It could have been my older
Okay.
brother, who's almost just as curious as I am for the stupid shit.
Okay.
So at the mention of older brother, would you say that gives you a little bit more of an inclination as to who it is? Or is it still someone where you'd feel like, I don't know who this is?
I do look similar to him. Not
So she's
exact,
seen
but
you
I do look relative. Yeah,
So
I'm a
at
face.
this
I would
point?
have it.
She's probably seen my face, but she's probably not really heard my voice all that much.
So
Unless
yeah.
she's like intended to
Yeah,
really minute rallies or some shit.
I feel like I would kind of know what his family and him would look like, because there's such a big figure.
Yeah, like there's
So I'd
not
have
Oh yeah.
many Goliaths actually in Asander. There's mostly just the royal family are the only Goliaths. So seeing a Goliath, yeah. But now that you see away from everything, you know who it is. It is a child of the family you were trying to overthrow. How would you react to that, knowing that he found his way
I
in
put my
here?
hands up.
And that
I haven't done
someone of
anything.
your
Just, well,
resistance
no,
is
like
probably
because
taking a really, really
he
long,
knows.
hard nap.
He's safe though. He's
He's
beside the
sick.
bar,
He's
so it
just
looks like
taking
he's
a nap.
drunk. I sat him beside where I would have passed out.
Uh,
It's very comfortable.
Hold
Don't
on.
worry.
Let me check something.
But Sev puts his hands up and says, "Relax. I'm a friend."
I would have
I don't
first
know how I would prove
probably.
that.
Is there a way I can give the people around me, like someone near me, a look, and everybody just draw their weapons? Or at least I'll pull out a
I
dagger,
mean,
and that
fair
causes
enough.
everybody else to.
On God! Step, step, step. Go all
You
English
want
on
the
me.
whole crew to know who he is.
Oh.
Do you want basically, do you want to
I-
keep this to where maybe just your next expedition group knows who it is, or do you want all the rebellions, or do you want to handle this yourself?
I would want to have the group I was talking to about getting the inside man aware of this.
Would you say that you've spent a while with this group? Like, is this the main group that goes on these missions that you're a part of?
Like,
Yeah.
if you were to make a general army, like, would these be your, like, almost
Yeah.
head generals around you? I
So
gotcha.
you guys probably have some sort of hand signal or something that you use when you're on these missions to be like, hey, danger, or like attention. I would say you would probably use that to get their attention, but everybody else is kind of still discussing how do we, like, they've died down, maybe gotten away from you, but they're still discussing that. How do we get someone on the inside? How are we gonna do this? What are some other ways we can thwart the Atheals? Like, there's a lot of conversation going around, so not really, unless someone's really close to you, which I'm assuming you've made it so they're not. No one really has heard or seen him. They're kind of on their own little, except for your crew.
I would I'm trying to think of a good code word that I could just like say to Sev, but then they would overhear and kind of get on alert.
Cucumber!
I'm looking at the
Cucumber!
code.
Just safe word, cucumber. You might have a
I
safe
feel
word
like
for spy, or, you know, something like that.
I looked up cool code words for danger and pineapple popped up.
I want to shove a pineapple up your butt. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, we could have a nickname for Sev that only we know, so when we talk about him, people don't know. So I think
Like every other
one
girl group.
word could be. Oh, let's see. So you're part of the royalty.
He's the middle child
I'm
of
the
the
middle
royal
child.
Middle
family.
child.
Kind of
Okay.
forgotten about a lot, but, you know, makes
He's the
some
drunken
appearances
middle
here and there.
child who exists via body.
He's the disappointment. Well, I mean, to his family, of course, yeah.
God.
I would say. So then our nickname would for you would probably be like Tankard.
Tankard?
I
Yeah.
like that.
So I would like probably just loudly say, "So Tankard, how'd you do? How'd you get in here?"
Call me Tankard.
So, at hearing this keyword of tankard, the crew that you're with is kind of just like, alrighty guys, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you everybody for stopping on in. We'll take your suggestions and you know what to do. Scatter. And you kind of just see everybody like, you ready?
Party time!
Are you ready? And it is just a stampede. All directions. Everyone's just gone. It's basically like you opened the gates of hell and everyone's just gone. They're like, we're out of here. They can't catch us all. If they find out we're part of the rebellion, they can't catch us all. What are they gonna do? Try and arrest a stampede of people? They can't. So it's just pure chaos. During this chaos, what is Bree, the crew, and Sev doing?
So do I have him kind of backed in a corner, like near a corner?
I'd say it's
I mean,
pretty
I'm
close
against
to
the
like
wall.
the back corner, but you're still against the wall. Like you're not fully in the corner yet. You're not towards where everybody's running. You're a little bit farther back.
So
If
I
I
would
full
have. So
sprinted,
they
I'd
would
make it out and
stay.
run right into the horde that just left. So
So I would have had them, probably the main crew. They would probably have come over and kind of like stood side by side, so we kind of like make like a line of people.
God damn.
That way he can't run out.
His hands are still up.
So it kind of like stops him from being able to go anywhere. And they all have like, let's just say like a little like a dagger or something pulled, just ready for a fight or something.
Get you. I'll get you. Like a fish.
So they basically box him in
Mm-hmm.
against the wall. What is Seb
Box?
going to do in this? Like boxes him in. What is Seb going to do? Like all of a sudden, like you have definitely put together. You're in a rebel meeting. Like
Yeah.
at the point of how everything's acting, you're in a rebel meeting, and by the way everyone's acting, You caught the attention of the head honchos. You have the head honcho's attention in this rebel meeting.
I have information regarding some of my family's dealings. This mission that they're on currently is not gonna go well.
Okay.
And they do know of this hideout area. They're planning an attack not too much longer from now. Never use specified dates in storytelling, guys. That's how you keep the math nerds away from it. I'm not kidding. They will math the fuck out of any story you find. If you add just a number anywhere, they will deduce the whole plotline. So you have to keep it vague. They are sending countless warriors, each trained to be equal in strength as the generals themselves, though they rarely own up to it. Trust me, I know. And he just kind of like cracks his knuckles. And looking at his hands, you see his hands are very much wrapped, and you see just a couple of blood spots from the one guy he knocked out. And he points out, he goes, that one, I'm sorry. That one was on me. But he's safe, I promise. Passed out right next to the inn, or right next to the inn. Looks completely fine. Comfortable spot, trust me, I know.
So, with this knowledge that he has knowledge to trade, he is he's forthcoming in the knowledge that this specific rebel meeting spot is not safe anymore. But he also hints at the fact that he has more knowledge. What would the crew, I'm dubbing it just the crew, what would the crew do with this? Would they seek out to have him part as like a silent partner, the man on the inside you were trying to get? Or would they be like, okay, yo, we gotta go do some illegal shit and make this man forget he knows anything?
Just bash him on the head with a fucking oil can.
Is it like a known fact that Sev doesn't really like his family, or how? Like, what's his relationship with them?
There's open to the public. It's a great relationship, the best there ever was. But behind closed doors, it's definitely not the best. And rumors from the maids and stuff like that have most definitely leaked out to the public. So the public probably does know, but we as the royal family try to keep it hush hush to make it not look like a stain upon the bloodline. That stupid shit. So, yeah.
But you said he's never really actively acting in any of the talks or anything. He's more of like a literal wallflower or background character. He's a body there.
Character.
People do think, like, the public does think that I do like join in on the attacks that my battalion, lack of a better term, my battalion would be a part of, but I really don't. I just fuck off as soon as we get to the place. I fuck off because my family's not there to watch me, and I'm the general, so the other guys cannot tell me otherwise. So I just go away while they do their thing. So I definitely didn't help in trying to stop them. Now, if there was like people running, like children and stuff like that, I would immediately put a stop to that. I'd be like, no, sir, no. And they can't question me because I'm the fucking I'm the king, motherfucker.
So he neither helps nor stops, basically.
Yeah, he's guilty of complacency.
Yeah. So
and
with
now
that
he's trying,
knowledge, yeah.
I was gonna say, now he's trying his best to rectify that by coming straight here. He didn't mean to walk straight into the thing. I didn't mean to walk straight into here. I meant to find a smaller group to then get them to bring me, so that way my arrival would be somewhat announced. But I got a little nervous, So
So yeah, that's the common knowledge that he's. Everyone thinks that, but you don't know for sure if that's actually how it is. Like you said, is
there's rumors he's a defectant.
yeah. How would they react with the basic knowledge that he's in active chats, he's not doing much, and it's said that he's always with there, but there's no one who can account exactly that he is on the battlefield during those battles with his battalion. So there is a chance that he's maybe just defecting during the battles.
I like bloodshed. I like fighting. I don't like bloodshed. There's a difference.
Understand myself.
Yeah. Now,
I would probably see if he's telling us the truth. Could I do an insight check?
I mean,
I'm.
I'll
I know we're
say
not really doing
yes.
that, but-
Would I do a persuasion?
Yeah,
Like
because
to
you know
like
you're not
convince her it's
lying.
the truth? Yeah.
Yeah, we can have an opposing. I'll have to check low
God.
because I mean,
I did not bring out my dice. I did not realize we would be rolling. I really should have.
I didn't realize we would either, but I should have expected that.
Do you for the suckers?
I knew we were gonna do it. I was really trying to avoid a way of accidentally starting a fight here, like even a minor one.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a D20.
I think I
These
would.
D20s.
What did you get?
Okay, I got a white D20.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
You're lucky because I got 19.
Even with that, you're able to tell whether it be from talking with people who want to join the rebellion or your missions. You can tell from some experience that he's in fact telling the truth. Like,
You see the guilt in my eyes.
there
Look
is
at
something
the
he
edge of
wants
its
to
ear.
atone for by being here, and it's not just to save people's lives. There's something he wants to fix, and he's
Okay.
one of the ways that you might be able to actually win this fight that you have brought upon yourselves.
Because y'all are loud for being rebellious.
Rebels.
Rebels. Who are rebellious. Yeah.
So, yeah,
how could
what
I
would
get you to trust me? I guess. I have plenty more information, but I would like to do more than just, you know, sneak around. I'm not the best at sneaking around.
Okay. So
As
we
you can
could
see, as I just wandered in here.
yeah, no kidding. So I would say we would, since he told us that they're about to attack this hideout, they know about this hideout. I would tell them we will evacuate for now. Meet me in 5 days at a tavern. You figure out where. Fire. At this tavern. If you're there, we'll talk. If you're not there, forget about us.
I'll see you there.
And they just start dissipating. Everyone just starts dissipating, knowing this attack
Just
isn't coming.
Yep.
Cello, how would Sev get back onto the street, knowing that there are guards posted around because of this incoming attack, without being seen? Would he don his disguise again, or would he maybe take see if there's a back route that someone took, or take one of the different other exits?
I would like to ask them if they have the group in front of me, if they have anything that I could wear to help me sneak back into the thing, like not even a guard's outfit, but maybe like more casual civilian clothes. So I'm assuming as
And
rebels, they might have, ways of disguising themselves in
I just point to the trunk over in the one corner. There's civilian clothes in there. Grab what you need. And I may or may not see you again.
Thanks. And he's gonna pick out the most horrendous, ugly looking like casual clothes you can get, but they're not matching whatsoever. He definitely does not know really exactly how to dress himself, like so much so he can't perfect, like really tie like the tunic part very well, especially because he's slightly drunk. So he's just kind of like looping it around and making very like soft knots, like not tight. What do you call that?
Loose?
I'm an idiot.
Loose knots. I could not think of that. Thank you.
I don't
I
know what
could
it
not think
is.
of the
I'm an
word.
idiot. Loose?
That one. He's just kind of fumbling around with it, and then kind of like dusting off his hands, kind of meh, and then unwrapping his hands too, so that way he looks not like he went somewhere and got into trouble, and then try to sneak back in with, I don't know, maybe whatever small crowd or band of people that might be walking by into the city.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's gonna be how we'll keep that. Everybody dissipates, you blend back in. No one is caught in this attack that the family planned. This attack goes off without a hitch. They're not even suspecting that they have an inside man. They just think that, okay, maybe we got our information wrong. The source was a little shoddy. Maybe we got our information wrong. So that is going to be, that's the basis of how Breanna and Normal Sev met. This is the start of their relationship. And the next time we meet from one of these session zeros, which is April 11th, for these two specifically, we will dive in more into how those two culminate their
yes,
how it becomes even more as to what it would be modern day.
yes.
I'm gonna take a minute, go get something to drink, and then we will come back and do piquettes.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it was definitely I don't know.
Now we're gonna go into Piquette and Evil Sev. I get to play Evil Sev.
Yay.
Okay, so set the sail, set the story.
She's definitely a top, by the way. He wants approval.
So
He's
to
gonna
set
beg
the
for it.
story, currently in the town next to where Piquette worships, worships, yeah. All where she spends most of her time. The town next to it, the Ethiel family, which in this world are dictators, monarchs, whatever you want to call them, they're the same fucking thing.
They're all a bunch of dictators.
In a Sander, and they're on a diplomatic. We all really know what that means. A diplomatic tour around the region that they're a part of. Like, they have the capital. They want to look at everywhere else. So they're in this town. There's a lot of crowds. They're trying to appease them so that they don't get they're known for their brutality, for the brunt end of the stick. The town is kind of flocking, appeasing, and being kind. Like, stuck up little assholes. Well, that being said, the cat finds herself in the back alleys or the back way of the town, trying to escape said crew or jumble or whatever you want to call it, the crowds. Trying to get to her favorite hole-in-the-wall tavern. What are some things that she'd be doing on this walk? Like, it's the long way around. You can't hit Main Street, hit down, go down the couple back alleys. It actually gets to there. Like, you gotta go the long way.
On her way there, if she sees, like, people, like, begging on the streets with, like, a coin tin, whatnot, she'll toss a coin in each one of them as she walks by. A single coin, but, a coin.
Like a gold piece or a silver piece? Or even worse, a copper piece.
Which would be...
Copper's a penny.
She's not that...
Silver's a dime. Gold's $1.
It's not like 50 cents?
No, that would be,
Electrum.
Electrum, yeah.
Because it's
would be at 25 cents.
Pieces. Yeah, something like that. She's gonna be tossing Electrum pieces. Not the best thing, but something she can still afford with her cleric wages, whatever those may be. And then she would be just helping out on her way there. Like every now and then, like if a cabbage falls from a cart or something like that, she'll pick it up and hand it back to the person and just wish him a good day. The classic cleric thing. And then she gets to the bar and she's like, "Oh, fucking finally! Now time for some real fun." And
Okay,
she
so
orders.
but when she gets in there,
Oh yeah.
you see that the bar's actually empty. Usually there's a few different people, but this time there's literally one other person in the bar other than the bartender, and they're at the far edge with their back to the door and a hood on. You don't know who it is, but obviously either they kicked everybody out or everybody saw who it was and left.
She's gonna shout two two drinks please, uh, and another for that guy over there. So she has two drinks for herself. She just announces that. I don't know if there's anybody in the back that's serviceable.
You see that the bartender's at the
Oh,
bar,
okay,
kind of
okay.
like cleaning, and it's like,
I gotcha.
hey, like, would you say they know her name? Like, does she freak with this enough that
Yes.
they know who Paquette is?
If it's the town next over, she's definitely gonna be frequenting a bar. She's gonna bar hop on the other side of town. She doesn't want her
So,
reputation completely ruined in her own town.
mm-hmm.
They know she drinks, just, you know, they think respectfully in her town. She
So
goes
yeah,
partying in other cities.
the barkeep's like, hey, Kat, how's it going? I'll get you your normal. You said one for the guy at the end of the bar. Are you sure about that, or I know
Yeah,
you
why not?
usually are.
He seems down and gloomy.
All right, that's coming right on up, and kind of turns around, like
I'm in
gives
a
you a kind.
gift-giving mood this morning,
He
Al.
gives you a yeah. He gives you a look like, you clearly don't know who this is, and just goes on and does his job. Um. So, where do you sit? So he's at the far end. This hooded figure's at the far end, back to the bar. The bar kind of does like a U shape where there's the doors to get from the back in behind the bar, but mostly it's just, would you be sitting at the bar? If so, where? Like, are you close to the figure, or completely opposite, or a few chairs
I was just about
down?
to say maybe opposite of the figure. Not like I'm sorry. Not like I'm like trying to snoop and see what he is, like see who he is. I'm, kind of polite, sit on the opposite end, not sit right next to, you know, the parking spot that's free in a full free parking lot pretty much. Um so I sit a good ways away. Like if he's sitting on one corner, I'm pretty much sitting near enough the opposite corner
Okay.
for the drinks.
So as you're going to sit down, the barkeep turns around, sees where you are, and is like, "Hey, here you go. Here's your drinks. Anything else you want? Any food? Anything? Business is a little
Do you have
slow
any
right
peanuts?
now."
Got
Ah, the
any little peanuts
nuts.
I can snack on? Like
So he
well,
kind of
the
just
little bit.
pulls. He goes underneath, pulls out a bucket, and is like, "I got the Paquette bucket. Why'd I even ask?"
Yes. Thank you so much. And I toss him an extra coin.
Hey, thanks. You're always good. And you see he begrudgingly looks down at the other end, like, shit. I gotta take this drink too. I don't want to take this drink.
uh,
And
does
he just,
Paquette notice this?
yeah, you see that he kind of stops for a
Notice that he's
second.
kind of like hesitant to deliver.
Yeah, and it's like, alrighty, here we go.
Uh,
Like, I gotta do this no
so
matter
she'll
what.
she'll she'll kind of like signal, set the drink down, and she's gonna be like, "Watch this," and she's gonna be like, "Hey, you catch," and she's gonna slide the mug or attempt to slide the mug all the way down in hopes that you know it reaches him. Either if it goes too far or stops right in front of him.
So I will say,
She's gonna make a bet with the bartender, like how much you want to make, how much to see if I can land the mug.
like, you know, either double the price on your next, it's double or nothing. You either get your next drink free or it's double the price. How does that sound?
You're on, and then she's just gonna be like, oh, oh, and try
I'll
and
do
get it lined up.
Let's do a strength
Gotta
check
put my dice
just
away.
to see. I know. I wasn't going to do one, and I was like, I don't know how to gauge this because it could go multiple ways. Personally, I'd want it to fall short. But also, it could be one where it goes way past and just spills on the ground. Like, I want to see.
All right, Mr. White Dice, you did well earlier.
You want to be middle of the pack this time.
10. Oh, strength
Middle
check
of the
plus
yeah.
2.
Okay, 12. Middle of the pack, I'll say. So you get it, you toss it, and you get it about 2 inches short of where his hand is, just sitting there. And he just moves forward, and he's like, he looks at Paquette and is like, nice job there, sweet cheeks. And kind of just goes and starts drinking. Like, he's impressed. He's like, this little munchkin's kind of cute.
Sweet cheeks? Who do you think you are calling Miss Pretty Old Me sweet cheeks?
I don't know who you are, but if you can handle a bar like that, maybe you can handle a little something else, if you know what I mean.
If she can handle the bar, she can handle the streets. If she can handle the streets, she can handle the sheets. There you go.
So yeah, he's just like, maybe what else can you do? Kind of like, you could tell he's got that flirty incantation to it. You definitely
like
recognize who it is. You know, this is the middle son of the crew that is in town on their diplomatic mission with their gold necks to go to your church and where you worship, knowing that this is how it's gonna go. They're going there, and you've done the inevitable. You've met them beforehand, or at least the middle child, the one who is known as being one of the most brutal of the crew.
She's going to compliment the stories of what she's heard about him. Something like, I heard you were able to slay 10 full men in 3 swings. Mind showing me something like that, that type of thing. Kind of pull it into a flirt.
As she's like complimenting him, he kind of like puffs up his shoulder like, yeah, that is me. Yeah, you're right. And then goes like, actually, it wasn't 10 men. It was 10 men, but it wasn't 3 swipes. It's just a mere 2, if you know what I mean. Wait, no, I take that back. Take back that know what I mean, because I don't know what that means. He's like, actually, it's like, he doesn't say that. I say that because I am an idiot.
She's just gonna, give a good hearty chuckle at that.
Like, he's kind of just being one of those, like, you gotta set the record straight. It was actually 2 swings, and I obliterated them with my sword.
Swing! Gone. Just a whole army.
Just disappeared. Just dissipated.
I, as Ket, will, ask him, so, what brings the famous Ithiel Sev, the, what was the cool title we gave him? Feels like something she would know.
It was tyrannical something. The tyrannical son, I think.
Before
he gains his name as the tyrannical son.
Yeah.
But you know that everyone who knows of him knows he is brutal, he is swift, and he is a killer, and he does not ask questions. So the fact that he's sitting here flirting, like, not trying to figure out why this person actually has the gall to talk to him, he's kind of like, a man can pine, a man can want. Let's see where this goes.
Hell yeah. She's going to ask him what the famous Sev is doing, nearly famous Sev is doing here. You have yet to claim a title for yourself. How do you plan on going about that? Everybody needs a cool title, especially if you're gonna be a warrior.
So are you still at the other end of the bar at this point?
She's scooted down a couple seats since then. She's like picked up her drink and just scooted down.
He
just to hear him talk better.
Yeah, he turns and he's like, well, I'd tell you more, but you're a little far away and I don't feel like shouting. So why don't you get on over here and I can tell you some stories.
I go for the flirt. Something about shouting. Something. Oh, you want to talk about shouting? How's your swinging? Like, I don't
Don't want to make
know.
him
She's got a 10 charisma, okay? She's just really hot. Like almost not even really bimbo, just
Oh, he's gonna go like, oh, you want to see what these arms can do? Why don't you come over here and I can show you a little action? Like maybe kind of flex a little, be like, look at this muscle. You want to know what these arms and hands can do?
Poke the bicep. Poke my bicep. See how hard my bicep is. And she does scoot down, but a few more chairs, but she stops halfway and says, "I can't be the only one working for the goods."
Oh.
Or
I
working
like
for a
how
good
this
drink.
is an analysis of how to flirt right now. That's basically what
We're like
it is.
really.
How would we flirt?
You're not gonna get any. You're not gonna get any partners flirting this way. Just avoid the way we do it.
Like, no.
You should be golden.
No. If you have to sit there and think of what you're gonna say, Yuri,
You think everybody
I
just
ain't gonna
rehearses
say it.
everything?
I ain't gonna say what I'm thinking, okay? Usually I just kind of like, me? Me? Are you okay? Has your head been checked recently? Anyways, he's like, oh, I see. So you're not just gonna dish it out for some king someday? Like, my family keeps on the reign they are. I'm gonna be the king, and
a king's gotta earn his keep, That's the story I've been told.
I think I've done plenty of that on the battlefield. How'd you hear about me? Like, is there just... How'd you hear? Is there gossiping? Like,
I kind of want to do a joke of like him running away from his first battle. I heard, like just as a little punch at him, I heard that the Great Sev ran from one of his first battles.
Oh, and he gets up, like, not really angrily. As he's been talking, he's gotten up a little and has started inching a little bit closer. He's probably like 2 chairs down at this point. Like, there's probably 6 to 8
right here, buddy.
Bar stools in between you guys at this point. Like, he's getting there. He's like, you can tell it's like, it's hard for him. But he's like, in response, he goes, oh, you mean the battle of when I had to, I don't know, when I was like 3, and we were just setting up our keeps, trying to get it going, and these pesky bugs, they attacked, and I just can't do bugs, I can do a little bug like you, bugs. You're a little short. What else you got packing in there, if you know what I mean? And he inches a little bit more closer, like, I might be able to bend my expectations from society for a night.
Get ready to snap those expectations. I want to somehow try and get her to challenge him to like some sort of minor duel,
like an arm wrestling.
Just beat the fuck out of each other, just hand to hand, just go.
Okay.
This ain't no normal relationship. These guys, they love the fight, so they're gonna square up.
So I'll just take that and say that she said something along the lines of, well, if you want to prove that you aren't that scaredy cat anymore, let's do some hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah. Show me what those pussy hands can do.
You see him instantly perk up at the thought of, like, oh, combat, like, I get to win. And he goes, well, what's the stakes, If I win, what do I get out of it? If you win, you get to say you beat the one and only Theo Sev. What do you get out? What do I get out of this? Not
You gotta
saying you're
walk out
gonna
of here
win.
alive. It's straight up challenge now. You get to walk out of here alive.
Okay. I need to stop reading the books that I've been reading because my mind instantly went somewhere. Erica knows
Bro.
exactly what I'm talking about. Erica knows exactly what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I don't know what I'm talking about. I really don't.
Oh shit, you're not that far in that book. You will know.
I showed you one of the books on my phone I've read, okay? You know the kind of shit I've read.
I know. He's like, oh.
You think D&D bards get it bad? Just listen to these books, read these books.
He's like, so you're one of them, I like a good challenge, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough. We'll see, though. And he kind of's like, you could tell there's something more he wants, and he knows that or at least he thinks that when he wins, he's gonna get that one way or another.
She's gonna say that, I know a spot. Where a good, nice, peaceful spot that we could hash it out. Really hash it out.
At this point, he's right in front of her, and or not right in front of her, he's close enough to where she has to obviously look up a little.
Just, can you see me yet?
She obviously has to look up at him. This man's what, over 7 feet tall, I think is what Steph was, or something?
She's 5'2".
So, yeah, she's gotta look up at him, and he's kind of just there so you know a spot. I've heard of a little spot, too. Let's see, I'll let you take the lead on this one. If it's not up to my standards, we'll go to where I know,
Yeah.
So where does Big Cat lead him out? The barkeep at this point, too, is just like, how is she not dead?
Strength, man. It's a hell of a drug.
So yeah, where does she lead him?
To a training yard that she frequents within the city. So, before and after the bar, she goes there to just spar with some of the regular guard. Her church and the city kind of have like a thing where, some of their people will come over, help train us, and some of our people will come over and help train them. So it's pretty common for her to come over and have access to some of the training facilities, not all of them, just a couple of the smaller ones for training purposes. And she knows one is empty this day, as there's...
Would this, do you think that this event would garner, is this in an open enough area where it'd garner a, crowd?
I was trying to find a secluded spot, I'm not gonna lie.
But would you say that her knowing where this is, is there a possibility that if someone were to see it, that it would garner a crowd, that they'd instantly go in? Would there be a chance of someone seeing, or...
I mean, the way they're going to be fighting is going to be a little weird to the viewer, to the audience. Because it's going to be a lot of, eye-fucking as they fight. Yeah. It's that very intense stare down as they're sizing each other up the entire time. So she's trying to go to one of the more private
like a one-on-one
like one of the smaller
center.
training moment. Yeah, like a little small courtyard that is pretty empty today because of the diplomacy stuff that's going on right now, and they need the guards kind of sectioned off.
Yeah, so going there, you notice that people will see Seven. They kind of they drop their head and they scurry a different direction. Clearly someone is coming at them. See who it is, bow their head, and turn to the left and just basically book it as much as they can nonchalantly. Not really. It's
as they're running away with shit in their pants.
They're like, oh god, I gotta pee.
It's really tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But no one ever really follows you, and once you get to the training academy, there's maybe one guard out there like, hey, what are you doing? Like, sup. My bad. Sup, cat. What you got? Who you training today? You know, like.
I'm just bringing Sev along for good exercise.
And you kind of just see
We got a
him go
bet going.
like you could tell this man's probably like checking out Piquette, like, oh god, like, oh damn, like
She's just
he's
like
seen
JoJo
her
posing.
fight, like he's seen her fight, and he's like, you know, I would not mind being pinned down by that type of situation.
Hey yo!
And then you like hear Seven, it's instantly, Your Highness, and then just basically stops talking and lets you in. And yep. Sev just gets that like, smug, like, you see the fear I put in people? You see that? Like, you think you're big. You think you're strong. You think you're cool. Do you instill that fear? Like, he's got that whole, I'm the man here. You're nothing. I'm in control. Like, you can tell that he is...
I can fix him.
Feeding, like he's feeding off this fear of people that they have of him. Like, oh my god, that's one of them. Like, what do I do? But you're able to make it to the training ground, no problem at all.
I do mention that fear. Piquette will mention that fear and respect do not often coincide. Is that the word? Coincide. She'll just make that as a note. Yeah.
As
a note.
And, like, you guys are chatting, and on the way to this training ground, it's a lot more secluded. You don't see anybody. It's basically empty like you said it would be. It's basically empty today because there's that much going on with the need for for the Seb family, for the Ethiel family.
Haha, yes! I knew it! I knew they were going to leave this one empty. Whew, this is my favorite one for that reason.
And he's like, oh, it's empty, you say. And you see he doffs. He takes off his cloak. You can see that he's kind of
like Toto rips his shirt up.
Like he has somewhat fighting clothing. Like he's probably got a little bit more tighter pants around the feet, so you can't really get in and tear or grapple that. Like it's a little bit more constricted in certain parts, but still flowy. That it kind of looks like it's noble clothes, but you can tell these are more noble fighter clothes.
Yeah. That, like more of decorative fighting.
There's still the ability to move to fight if needed the chance, but it's more extravagant. Like there's brighter colors, maybe some gold stitching or something. Like it's a lot more than your basic tan on tan fighting garb. Yeah.
Yeah, your tunic and leather pants.
Yeah. And he kind of like he starts, warming up some, stretching out. Getting his hands all nimble, all while just basically constantly checking her up and down. Well, what does she do to get ready for this? Like,
she's going to go over to one of the training walls and pick up spear and kind of do like some spinning, twirling actions with it, like to a nice catch, like a flag dancer. What are they called? The flag performers. Like the ones with the big old flags on the poles.
Color guard?
And then, thank you. I was never in that, so kind of like a color guard. So she has like just a little bit of that training.
He thinks our school had a color guard. Sir, we didn't even have marching band.
Bro.
So yeah.
I mean, fair enough. And she's just like kind of doing tricks with it. With the spear, kind of just like baseball
definitely
bat, bouncing it behind her back. Yes, yeah, kind of showing off just a couple of moves.
Accidentally muted you there, but I think it still caught the audio.
Showing off just a couple of moves. Let me just repeat
I just muted it for me.
Oh. Let me out!
So he, while both of you are warming up, he goes,
I was gonna say, she's gonna ask, so what's your favorite weapon?
What would the opposite of hands be for a favored weapon?
A big ass axe. Classic barbarian style. I know.
Yeah.
for
Well-
cleaving several enemies in one go. I mean,
Fuck, what was I thinking? You no, we'll give him a bow staff. He'll use a basic bow staff for this.
Oh.
she's gonna put her spear back and also bring out a bow staff, so that way they can, lock sticks.
Yeah. So he goes and he grabs a bow staff and he kind of twirls it like, no, this is enough weight. This is good enough. Like, I can use this. And he goes, what's the best data? And what are we counting it down?
Best out of however many we can handle. And
till-
he gets in a fighting stance.
And he's like, oh, we're just gonna go right out that. And so you guys go at it every couple times, like, we'll say, I don't have my dice either.
Oh, I was just about to say, is this going to be a roll against roll to see who happens to be on top of who
roll
at
me a
the moment?
d6.
Yes, a d6. Gotcha.
Or no, I like your idea. We'll do a roll v roll. Funny.
Because I just imagine them kind of like rolling around, wrestling and shit like that, whilst also getting up and
Wrestling.
I mean, there may be a little bit of smooching.
So yeah, we'll do.
Groping. I mean,
We'll do best out of 6. First to 6. No, first to 4.
on what?
We'll do these checks. Whoever gets first to 4, whoever has the upper number 4 times.
Oh, okay.
Is the one
With
who
which
will
dice?
d20.
Cool. I'm gonna use this red one. Come on, Paquette. Be the dummy mommy.
And we're not adding
Dummy
anything
mommy.
to it. It's just a straight number. Okay.
Damn.
So
Okay, let me get my
through the-
actual dice tower. So that way it gets
through the
equal.
first crew, for the first time, we'll say Pighat underestimates
He
just
comes
a
right
little
on.
bit exactly how strong he is, and he very quickly sweeps her legs out from underneath her with the bow staff and is able to pin her with his leg. Whether that be her arms above her head or pin her at the neck or whatever, like, he pins her with his knee. And then gets up, hands her back her bow staff, and is like, you ready for round 2?
God, I swear to God, if I fucking lose these, dude, I'm gonna be so mad.
I got an 18.
Brother, I'm changing my fucking dice.
So this time, Paquette is expecting the possible leg swipe, but what she doesn't expect is for him to somehow, guys, if you
Whack her
know
in the fucking-
combat, please tell me if this is possible. He somehow gets his bow staff up around, like up through her arms, and is able to pull it back and then push her down. And is once again over top with his staff, pinning her down like, come on, baby girl, I thought this was gonna be hard.
Are you trying? Let me get my advantage.
Would you say, would you say with him antagonizing her that she would amp up a little bit more, like, oh, it's on, Bubba's. Like,
Yeah.
she
Yes.
kind of basically get
She
like a
would-
fury to
You
it.
try to
or,
get like a little
rage.
cheeky swing. Like a little
Well-
cheeky thing just to get him off.
We'll
from the,
say
like-
advantage to this one for that. Like,
Oh.
it egged her on enough.
Hey, that one just hit my other one. That said 11, right? Fuck. Alright, well, the green one said 4. Yeah, I still got 11. Sweet.
Okay, so actually,
Good on the
with that, Paquette is able to pull an Uno reverse card and hits his knee, so he's down on his knees without his staff, and is able to basically behind type thing, where it's, do you yield? And he's like,
And she's gonna go, say uncle.
I'm supposed to understand this. I don't understand it.
You don't know what say uncle is?
No.
Like, say uncle, tap out, tap out.
Yeah.
You've never heard of that.
No.
It's literally called
Oh my
say uncle.
God.
Anyways, who's
Or crying
uncultured?
uncle is a North American idiom originating around 1900 used to demand that an opponent submit, surrender, or admit defeat in a fight or a contest. It is synonymous with saying I give up, mercy, or I quit. The phrase is often
I
used
like
figuratively
yield
to mean
more.
yielding or conceding.
Mine favorite
mean
is
yield,
say
yeah.
yield, or do you yield?
Yield, man! Yield.
And he kind of just taps on her like, okay, you got this round. That's only one, though. Like, there's nothing said, and you can kind of see his expression get a little bit more, like, concentrated, like, oh, he did not, did he? So we're gonna go back to straight regular 1v1 roll at this one.
I'm looking for literally any other d20. No, that's a d12. Where are my d20s? Hello?
No matter what you roll, you win.
That
Maybe.
one?
We both get nat 1.
I got a nat 1.
Hold on. Where's... Alright. Red d20. At 11. Again.
Okay. So, what would you say this time? How does Paquette pin him or get him to admit yielding?
She's going to knock his knees down again, because he's just a fucking giant foe. But instead of get behind him again, she's just gonna, like, flip around and point the end of the stick, like, right... No,
Like,
straight. Yeah, ready to, if it was a spear, she could just poke him right in the head.
Okay, he's like, I yield, I'll give you that one. Now, we're, instead of best of 4, we'll say this is the last one. Whoever wins this wins.
Oh, God.
1 sec. I just heard.
Hey, Ella Brightaxe,
Ow!
bless these hands.
That is not gonna give you...
No! Hey, Ella Brightaxe, bless these hands. What's a good dice? Oh, wait.
Okay.
No, I just used that one.
You ready?
Not even close. I'm trying to find a good dice. Ooh, let's use this one. The heavy metal green. This is a d20, right? Yep, there's 16. There's 20. Okay. 11.
19, because I rolled with advantage and I didn't tell you. Because he locked in and wanted to get this because he has something else in mind.
Oh.
So we'll say my mic arm is a little rusted right now. We'll say this time he once again pins her, and he full on pins her to the ground and has it around her throat again. We'll say that the bow staff is right up against the throat. It's not deadly in any way, it's just there. He's not cutting off circulation, and he says,
Yeah.
I want to see more of what you got there. I know a little place where we could continue the sparring, if you know what I mean.
Surely someplace with better tools than these. And she kind of just snaps it, like, in her hands, like shit was flimsy anyways.
He's like, I can show you a few different tools we could use. What do you say? Disappear with me for the night, and I'll show you a
you already had me at
fine
disappear.
time. Mighty fine time fighting. And he winks at fighting, like, oh yeah, we'll totally be fighting in combat.
She's getting it. She's
He's
for it too.
like,
She's giving
awooga.
the winky winky eyes too. Yeah, they're both literally going awooga muscles to each other. Awooga, an actual like good strength challenge.
So he breaks his too. He kind of just breaks the bow staff, like, this shit is weak, and just starts walking. I'm assuming Paquette follows him. Like, he's not explaining nothing. He just starts walking out.
Yep.
So while this is going on, he walks this entire way without even addressing Paquette's there. Like, he's just got that stature of like, I fucking won. No one can stop me now. I got what I want, and we are going to go F-U-C-K. If you know what I know.
They're gonna put the K in. They're gonna put the cat in.
So he, you notice that you're heading towards your church, but instead, as you get about, we'll say, a third of the way outside of the town, between the town and your church, you turn off onto a path you've never noticed before. And by taking this path, he takes you to basically a very much hidden oasis. And for this being, like, it's near a waterfall, because you're from the mountains, right? I'm remembering correctly.
I mean, technically she's a hill dwarf, but yeah, she's from the mountains, yeah.
So, in the mountains, there's a waterfall because, again, this is runoff. Runoff from the top of mountains,
Yeah.
guys, creates waterfalls, and that's how the mountains get their
What?
shape. It's called erosion. You learned something today.
Science in my fantasy game.
So,
I thought dragons just pissed and we made it rain.
he takes you to this area. It's an opening amongst the trees. There's a couple flowers, but it's by a river. There's a waterfall into it. It's not huge. It's definitely big enough where you guys, if you wanted to actually do hand-to-hand combat, you definitely could. There's definitely room. No, I'm saying actual combat. Like, there's room here for you guys to really go at sparring. But he kind of just, like, ushers you over, and he just whispers the raunchiest shit into because you're like, we're getting to this now.
Tell,
we're getting down
she's
and dirty.
Very interested. She's very interested. She's working along with the situation.
And so they do the deed. That's how
Fade
they
to
met. Fade to black, exactly. We are not getting into this. Yep. They have fun. They do a little
they went
wrestling.
Into this position for this amount of time.
I will ask. This goes on for, we're gonna say, hours. Like, this man has stamina.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He's got stamina on stamina on stamina.
Yeah, they have.
It goes well into the night until he falls asleep. Does she go and sneak away? Or does she stay there till the morning to get a morning after experience? See how he really is.
No, she's just gonna see it as a kind of a fling. You know, like a fling with not good vibes, but with well intentions. Like I don't know, closer to friends with benefits type, kinda.
So she doesn't stay. She leaves, right?
Yeah, but she's not like trying to sneak away or anything like that. She's, you know.
It's kind of a, hey, it was nice knowing you. Yeah. You got a nice dick.
Last night was great. I very much needed it. Thanks. Yeah. Pretty much that.
He does not wake up at all. This man
sleeps
is
like a king.
Exhausted. He has exhausted a lot of energy. You know what I mean? And he's gonna need a lot of hydration. But yeah, so she's does she go into the town or does she go back to where because I'm assuming she stays at the church or in a church basis, right?
So with her mason tools and painter supplies, she leaves just a little carving of him. That's just, you know, kind of how she shows her
thanks for a good time.
Thanks, or just you know, showing appreciation in general, whatnot. She leaves just a little statue of him on nightstand or whatever the fuck.
They are in the middle of the woods. There is no nightstand.
There's a nightstand somewhere in the woods. It's hidden in a tree. You just got to cut it down. She just, you know, sets it next to him, and then just wanders off back to whatever she was doing, back to training with the rest of the people in town, and enjoying
it's the middle of the night. Like, everyone's
is
asleep. Y'all fuck till sundown and then some. So, does she... I'm assuming that as being a cleric, she would live in the clerical area near the church that she worships at.
Yeah.
So does she return there, or does she return to the tavern and maybe tell tales of what she did, or...
I betted the Sev!
Like...
No, she's more just gonna go find an actual comfortable place to sleep than just the ground. Yeah, it's good after you're really fucking exhausted, but after a couple hours of laying there, she wants her bed back.
Yeah. Okay. So that is going to be the story or the memory of how Piquette and Evil Sev met for the first time. We also learned the story of how Breanna and regular Sev met for the first time. I enjoyed this. Did you guys enjoy this?
I enjoyed this. I don't know if Erica liked third wheeling you and I flirting the whole time.
I felt bad. Like, Erica might come, Breanna might come in another time. We had to do this session a lot because the siblings aren't here. I do this because they're right next to me. The siblings are not here. They are busy. So we do this. There's another time that they're gonna be busy in April. We'll do this again. There's a time where these two really don't have schedule conflicts, especially Cello. You two really don't have schedule conflicts. So I'm gonna have to set aside time because I also want to work on their characters and their backstories. So not only you, the viewer who's hopefully watching this, but I can understand it more, and maybe even other party members can, because I might mix it up and have Cello and Picat and Scoogie do an episode together where they actually met, and Picat maybe didn't know it. Like, it was one of Scoogie's alter egos or something.
I like that. I like that build on that.
I got a cramp.
Cramp.
So yeah. This video is being uploaded on Wednesday. I don't know the exact date, guys. It's the 18th. I lied because that's when my webtoon comes back. This will be uploaded the 18th. I personally am hosting session prep on our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/YapperZeroDND. I host session preps the Wednesdays that uploads are done, so it would be the 18th, and then 2 Wednesdays after that, here in February. Thursday, Cello and I will be doing character creations, maybe, hopefully, I think, if I wake up.
I know we're doing more than just that one elf. We
are now doing a group of basically every elven lineage that there is. I'm excited. I hope Cello's excited because he's kind of the
I love elves. They're one of my favorites. There's just a lot of elves and a lot of classes. And a
February, we do not have a Tier List Tuesday coming out. Wired still does not have internet. It's making things a little difficult. I feel sorry for anybody in the Nashville or the Tennessee area that does not have internet because someone fucked something up. I sympathize with you. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming. I hope you all had a great time. And next session, hopefully we actually have a session. We don't have Arch, but it'll work. So I say it will work.
Dimensional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody, and bye-bye.